Corey's not here tonight.
Corey's at a Dallas Cowboy. We 4-1 pep rally already.
Yeah, I think they got they supposed to be having a Super Bowl party tonight.
Why we on? Oh, never mind.
Cowboys fans having a Super Bowl party.
Fans having a Super Bowl party. They chirping all over the timeline though.
Man, you ain't lying. But man, we got a full show tonight, man, because NBA and NFL. Man, this is the best month of the year for sports fans, man, because NBA is about to start and we a quarter way done with the NFL season is really good, man.
Actually,
it's really good.
And baseball
too early. Next month is the best month for sports fans.
World Series.
Watch all that.
Now, because you'll have college basketball added into the mix too.
All right.
Man, it's you know what? I haven't been on college basketball for like 2 years, bro. I don't know what it is. I can't get back into it.
You got to get back.
Can't get back into it. What's up, Lamar? I don't know why. Name a prospect we should be watching right now. Somebody name a prospect we're supposed to be
Malik Monk
watching right now.
College basketball, my jam too. I can't even tell you, bro. That's the sad part,
guys. I guess we're always looking for young cat Mikey Williams, who would see exactly what he's gonna do. But I mean, I think a part of the reason is the allure of the G League and the overtime elite league and kids not having to go to college. Some of them elite guys you ain't gonna see. We gonna still see some good college basketball though.
Yeah, D Wade's son just got picked up by a G League team. Well, he just signed his contract.
Wow.
With G League team.
Okay. I mean, Imani Bates. Imani Bates going to college though. Yeah.
Yeah, Imani Bates. Yo, that's who I want to see.
That's who you want to see. I want to see him. I want to see what Chet Holmgren do. That 7 foot white kid with all the skills.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Those two players that you just named are KD-esque.
Yes, they got a lot of. Those are those big dudes with skill, like tall, slender dudes.
One of them is KD-esque. The other one is Keith Van Horn-esque. Let's be real.
And it's a very big difference.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
Big difference in college, though. You can't.
No.
I mean,
you got to give Keith Van Horn respect. His college game, I thought he was the best skilled white dude I ever seen. I thought he was
more skilled than Larry.
I thought he could. I thought he had that type of potential, not more skilled.
I thought you said Larry and Pistol Pete to me are the two most skilled. But don't forget about White Chocolate.
Of course. So anyway, let's get into it because we got to get started because we got a lot we got to get into because we got to cover basketball. We got to cover football.
Out of racism.
All of that, the good stuff, man. A whole bunch of big stories going around with Kyrie, John Gruden, and all that good stuff, and also a couple of things that's happening in the news, man. Like your boy J.R. Smith, man, he had his debut for his college golf tournament. He looked good, man. I like that, but he can swing it.
That's what she said.
Jay, let's go to his next tournament.
Where is it?
I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna be at, but I mean, let's just pull up.
I'm gonna pull up.
Hey, you know what? We go live. We'll pull up and go live.
We'll do that. I'm gonna interview some people, and I'm gonna act a fool because every time he hit the ball, I'm gonna do his that little helicopter thing he do when he hit a three.
I'm already reminding him how we busted his ass. That's what I'm gonna let him know about. We're gonna get kicked off before we get there.
I'm acting a plum fool, man. But yeah, I'm really proud of that dude, man.
Yeah, I'm really proud of him. He down the street.
Yeah. He right down the street.
What school he played? He played where?
At T.
At T. He had a T teed up.
Hey,
North Carolina A&T. What if he gonna participate in home festivities?
I wonder if
probably did all that Hennessy eat up.
I wonder if he on the yard.
That's what I'd be wanting to know. Like, can I pull up and see JR? Just at homecoming. What about Jiho? Is he gonna be a part of it?
You never know, man. He might. Hey, he not that old, man. He's probably only like what 34, 35?
Nah, he a little bit older. I would have thought he was 36, but man, JR probably knocking out all the little freshmen, huh?
I hope not, man.
Maybe let's go with seniors.
I hope not, JR.
Let's go with seniors.
Let's go with grad students.
Let's go with professors.
Go with teachers. How about that?
Yeah, the professors might be interested, man. Let's go with that, man. Let's go with professors, man. And also in the news. Hey, also in the news, the WNBA has officially this ain't no play stuff. This is officially right, because it's the 25th anniversary for the WNBA. So just like when the NBA had their 50th anniversary, they did, hey, let's do our top 50 players. The WNBA did their version of that too, but they went a step further and was like, we're going to name the GOATs of the WNBA. And they named Diana Taurasi the GOAT, right?
What a lie.
Well, so this is my thing, right?
I have. There is an argument, but I have none.
We're gonna have to talk about it a little bit. I know can't stay on too long because it's just a news brief. But this is the top 5, and this is where I kind of started disagreeing with it. Well, first of all, I disagree with her being. Well, I get to that.
Say it.
Okay. Number 2 was Sue Bird. I'm not good with that. Right?
No.
I like Sue Bird, but it's not her.
Not number 2.
Maya Moore was 3. Maya Moore was 3. Candace Parker was 4. And they got Cynthia Cooper 5th. They got Cynthia.
They don't remember. They probably don't remember Cynthia Cooper, like what she did.
I mean, but the top 10, if you go
where
top
was
10,
Lisa?
She's in the top 10.
She in the top 10.
She has to be in the top 10. Shell Swoop's in the top 10.
Yeah.
That girl that looked like a man in the top 10.
Brittany Griner?
No, she don't got a resume yet.
Yeah.
Oh no. When you say girl that look like a man, that's
nah. She was dark skinned. I can't remember her name, but she was cold with them handles.
Bro, please tell somebody to go to a WNBA game and say, "Find me that girl that look like a man." But you didn't narrow it down, James.
They gonna hand you the roster sheet.
except for they're just gonna pull Tia Cooper out of that. All right, not Tia Cooper. Everybody else though.
It's one more.
The one that used to play for Notre Dame. Lil Wayne used to talk to her.
Skylar Diggins.
Oh my God. Yo, her and T. Cooper.
I stalked her.
I believe
I bet you did. Lamar said, where's Swoops at on that? Swoops, I don't think Swoops top 5, man. Remember, Swoops wasn't even the best person on her championship squad. It was Cynthia Cooper, and it was a toss-up between Tina Thompson and Cheryl Swoops.
Tina Thompson
was cold. Hey, they jumping ahead. We go get to this Kyrie stuff. He said won't be able to trade Irving. He's mentioned retiring.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna get back to that one.
Kyrie didn't mention that. That's something that Nick Wright lied about. So teams aren't gonna want to move. Yeah. Kyrie never said he was gonna retire. That's a lie that's been perpetuated, started by Nick Wright, and we still can't verify his sources. But back to the top 5. Exactly. We do got the same sources. Back to the top 5.
I want to include what we was talking about with Cheryl, though. The other Cheryl Miller. Had the NBA was invented 40 years ago, when she would have, she not that old, but if it would have been 40 years ago and she would have been able to play, I think she would have been hands down in the top 5.
No, she's hands down the best women basketball player ever.
Right.
However, she never played in the league.
Right, because that wasn't a league.
Because it wasn't even invented yet.
And I'm gonna be real. Sorry. Am I the only one surprised that the WNBA made it 25 years?
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it's been that long. That I remember it. I remember the beginning of it, and that's weird to say. I'm just that's the biggest surprise to me. Not that they lasted, because as we can see in this climate that we're in now, they're gonna
they had 2 runs and only made it 2 seasons. It's hard to get a league to last.
That's true.
For a league that doesn't really generate a lot of fans,
especially women's basketball, compared to, like you said, XFL, who had 2 chances.
Well, but the NFL wasn't funding the XFL. The NBA is funding the WNBA though. So
Right.
they get makeup for not having the fans' participation. It's just like, you know what? It's just like Walmart pays theft prevention. They know someone is gonna steal, so they just pay it. The NBA knows they're gonna lose money, so they just pay it.
I wouldn't even
Right.
say lose. They would probably make more money, like instead of having them in like big arenas, they had the game at like the local high school.
But that'd be cheesy, man.
No, they
I
would
get your point, though.
make more money
I get
if
it, I
they
get it.
actually promoted the WNBA and just stop acting like it don't exist. Like right now, the championship is in the finals. I didn't even know that.
I did because the
finals right
final game was awesome. I actually, and I haven't done this really all season. I sat down and I watched the game to go to the championship. And it was more entertaining because y'all started live tweet talking in the group chat about Taurasi, and then I went and I looked at the highlights from before, and I knew what she had done, but I just wanted to see it again. And then I watched that game to go to the finals, and I'm like, okay, this was entertaining. They do need, so I agree with you, Mel. The marketing, how are they going to market these girls? I did see, I don't know if y'all remember when Jordan got a whole bunch of them together and put them on some decent looking clothes and had them looking like money. He was doing some advertising that way. I think that kind of is the direction they kind of got to go in, just to get the eyes on it. I think the product is okay. The girls are getting more skilled, but marketing definitely needs some work.
Yeah, you have T. Cooper and that other girl just wear those small shorts that they normally wear for games, because T. Cooper wears small shorts in official WNBA game. It's legalized, so I don't care. Just have her wear that uniform and have the chick from Notre Dame wear her uniform, and I guarantee you,
on the sideline reporting.
I would volunteer for that job.
Try to get you gonna get the media credentials.
Look, I would say this. First and foremost, the basketball is phenomenal that they play. They play really good basketball. Yeah. It's actually better than the NBA. The only thing that makes the NBA better is the dunking and people like Steph shooting from anywhere, right?
Athleticism,
Steph, Dame, KD, like that's about it. But what you watching pure basketball
and
I don't want to watch layups all
jibber jabber going back and forth. They don't do it often, except when it's off the court.
Bro,
they got the
I'm telling you, I love WNBA games, man.
I don't.
I do.
Not even lying.
I love it. I watched Brooklyn play last night, and that was just atrocious. It was horrible basketball. Horrible basketball.
The NBA officiating.
It is what it is, man.
I hate it.
Yeah.
But Matt, I don't watch TV. Matt, I don't watch TV to know when something is being advertised to begin with. I don't know about you all, but I don't know if the WNBA is advertising or not. Hell, I don't even know if the NBA is advertising.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. Nobody pay attention to nothing, but the NBA is thrown all in your face. They're talking about it on First Take every morning.
That's why I see the commercial.
Nobody's talking about WNBA.
If you look up something on YouTube, you'll see an NBA playoff commercial as an ad in between, when it's going on. I don't know. I can't.
I pay for YouTube Premium.
Y'all ever seen that commercial where like that Chinese woman?
That's how I don't get into the ads.
You ever seen that commercial? That's the only commercial I remember. This Chinese lady. She mad. She because she couldn't get service. And then they got it, and it was the WNBA game. So she went outside smiling and then went back inside mad, still watch the game. That's the only commercial I've seen. Other than that, it's homegirl Molly announcing the game come on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And the last but not least, the Wilder, and he punched Wild too, so that name is very fitting. But the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight. I'm Fury, by the way. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see no more Wilder fights until he learn how to box, man. That's just my take on it.
Well, Saturday was a real bad night for Alabama. The whole state.
It was.
They lost to A&M, and then Buddy lost to Europe, and
pretty much.
Did somebody just hang up?
Yes.
Yeah, I had somebody called in. They'll probably call back once we get to the basketball.
Oh, so yeah, real life, man. That fight, it was hard hitting. It was everything you want a heavyweight fight to be. If Buddy Wilder has the only defense that I've seen worse than his is Kansas City Chiefs.
And the man was tired though, man. I will give him credit for this. He did knock out. I ain't talking about knocked down. He knocked him out, but the count was just slow. He really won that one. To be honest with you,
man. If someone get knocked out, you shouldn't get up though, man. So I'm gonna commend him. I don't care if this count was slow, but he still got up though.
Sure.
I mean, you gotta commend. I want to just give him that. Like most people not getting up after that punch. Hell,
true.
Hell, yes. Hell, like I've seen what he did to King Kong Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I seen what he got 40 fights with 38 knockouts.
With 38 knockouts.
Yes, I seen what he did to all of those people. So like I said, Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight fighter I've seen in the past 20 years.
20?
Probably.
20.
I just say that just because
20, so
even Lamar was like Pistol Pete. Cass, how old are you? So let's just go on a limb. My knowledge of the game of boxing, because I boxed and I know it. He's the best.
I'm not mad at
YouTube.
He's probably the best heavyweight all around boxer for a heavyweight only since Ali.
I like his hands.
I'm gonna disagree on a technicality.
Let me hear it.
No, you don't want to hear it. You do not want to hear it.
I do.
You do not want to hear it.
It's gonna be funny.
Hey, move. No, move.
Hey, we're not gonna tune in for Dr. Umar and Mike Tyson.
No. No.
Hey, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. 20 years. I'm gonna stick with 20 years. I forgot all about Mike up in this discussion. But Mike wasn't
Kaz, the technicality for me would have been, Roy Jones did hold a heavyweight title.
Y'all must have forgot.
Wait, no, y'all must have forgot.
So
you think Roy Jones, as a heavyweight, can beat Tyson Fury in his best?
No.
I think Roy Jones was the most skilled heavyweight I ever seen. Only because he was a heavyweight for 2 fights.
All right. Mm-hmm. No, you're right, and I
agree. So that's the technicality.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't
know if it's 20 years, but what I will say is, since the Klitschko's, he took the belt from one of the Klitschko. That's crazy.
Waldemar, which is the better of the two, is Vito and Waldemar.
Yeah.
So he beat him soundly.
He beat him to get the belt.
The two Klitschko's independently are 74 right now. They was old as shit.
Yeah, they were, but that was a long time ago too when he did it. So for him to still be able to do that, and I will commend. I see Lamar said y'all commenting, bro, for getting his butt whipped, but I'm gonna commend Wilder. For, even though it looks like that, and for anybody who studied the sweet science, he's not a boxer; he's a puncher. Clearly, that's it. But he has that. He's been blessed with that one hitter quitter power.
Yeah.
Even the little bit of growth that he showed from last fight to this fight, to be able to because he could have and probably should have been done in the 3rd round because he was getting beat up.
Boy,
He was getting beat up. He was getting beat up. For him to show resolve shows the heart of a champion and be able to come back in the next round and knock Fury down twice. And again, we saw Fury get up in a first match in the 10th round from one of those 12th round. You're right. From one of those thunderous, cock back, slow, but very, very, very hard right hand. And they could have, man, because his defense after he fatigued, man. He would catch Fury with a shot and it'll hurt him, and then he would get punched on for the rest of the round.
Yeah.
I got a question
for the heart. I commend him for the heart.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So I got a question. Why was there even a third fight? Besides knocking Tyson Fury down in the 12th round, I had Tyson Fury winning 10 of the 11 previous rounds. How the hell you have
it was a third fight because both of them was champions going into the second fight, and they both had an automatic rematch clause if they lost.
I thought that was from the first one.
Nah,
the first one was the draw. So nothing changed hands, and they both had titles. They trying to unify, and which will probably be Fury next fight. He'll probably whenever he decides to, but he's the dude. He got the WBC, so they're gonna have to come to him.
He can't fight Anthony Joshua because he just lost his belt.
Yeah,
but buddy, that cruiserweight that took the belt from Joshua, he ain't no slouch.
That I can't remember. I can't pronounce his name. I know what it looked like, but I just don't know how to say it. But he's a fighter, though. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want everyone
from the Russian part of Europe. So he got a different level of toughness.
Boy was outside. Yeah, boy was outside in the snow with no shirt on.
I must break
trees.
Y'all seen Rocky training in the fight?
Drago.
Yo, but honestly, anyone noticed the downfall of Anthony Joshua when he did his world tour before the guy from New York who failed the drug test? No, not Ruiz. It was the guy. I forgot his name. Boxer from New York. He was supposed to fight him, but he failed his drug test. Then he ended up fighting Ruiz. Y'all didn't notice.
Okay.
Anthony Joshua, after that, because he was getting like 80 million a fight, something ridiculous. You didn't notice that he just started to decline?
Got that bad.
Listen, no matter what sport is, no matter what you do, if you're a sport, if you're a rapper, if you're an athlete, a rapper, or anything, a musician, one of the toughest things to manufacture is hunger. Either you're hungry or you're not. You know what I'm saying? So once you got 80 million in the bank and 80 million coming, if you're not in it for the craft,
MC Hammer,
you're gonna fall off. It's just gonna happen.
Fall off is coming. And that's why you again have to talk about Floyd being the greatest of all time. His fall off never came.
Well, he was
That's true.
Always fighting the number 1, 2, or 3 contender though.
That's true. Well, look, we're ended there. That's it for the news today, man. Let's get into our first topic.
Yes.
Which is Mr. Kyrie Irving. Of course, y'all probably already heard the news that the Brooklyn Nets had decided that, hey, even though that New York has said you can practice with us, we don't want you to be a halfway participant. So either be a full participant and get the shot or don't play at all. And that's them, I guess, playing hardball with Kyrie Irving. I don't think Kyrie Irving is the type of dude that's going to cave into that, right? I think at the end of the day, Brooklyn just shot themselves in his foot because what's going to happen is they're not even going to have Kyrie. They're not going to win the championship this year, and Harden's probably not going to resign. He might resign. He might. I can see it, but they were better off being on Kyrie's side and trying to get New York. Like, why would you want to change? What's so hard about trying to change what they're making this decision on to force people to get vaccinated? Why would you want to choose to force your player to do it? Why not stand with them as an NBA? But yeah, that's what's going on. He said he's a cancer. I mean, how y'all think about it, man? Just give me your thoughts on it.
I just got one question.
So, all right,
it's a question. I'm gonna back off. The vaccine. Do you have to have it later on? Like, is this gonna be a requirement forever?
We don't know.
If I was a betting man,
you know
what
Go ahead.
all right. So
I just want to ask, and y'all got it because this one is gonna get me in trouble.
To answer that one, Slim, don't know. But Melvin, I will say this, and I know there's a Bible scripture about Jesus leaving the 99 to go look for that one sheep. So I get it. But that's pretty tough when you have a roster of 15 players, 14 of them, including your best player, got the vaccine. So I'm supposed to tell them, yo, F your body. You potentially put something harmful in it to play basketball. But we're going to have this one guy who was already, kind of, socially a problem for us. And we supposed to bend for him? Nah.
Yes.
No.
Yes. It's you, but because you can't force somebody to put something in their body.
They're not forcing them. They're just telling me, hey, you don't have to. They told him you don't have to. You just can't play for us. And I agree with that. You don't have to do whatever you want to. We're not going to find you, and he's not going to get fined.
You really can force people to put a lot of things in their body. As long as you're not forcing them to put dick in their body.
Damn it! That's what I was saying.
You'll be okay.
Wait, what?
you can force people to put things in their body all the time, man. People have the misconception, the misunderstanding, or just the misknowledge that mandatory vaccines are something new. Everyone on this panel has taken several vaccines to stuff you didn't even know you was getting vaccinated for without your consent.
Facts.
That's fact.
Yes, you did, Slim. You went to public. You went to Lutcher.
You went to public health.
My mom got exemption for us, boy.
You're lying.
I don't want to say on what. I always look like I'm lying.
Yeah, the fact that you never had the mumps or the measles lets me know that you at least got that vaccine.
I got it, but I ain't had to take it.
But here's the thing with that, man. The media has now started to use whatever they can to orchestrate further division.
Facts.
This is true. I don't care what side of the fence you stand on. That was the truth.
That is 100% true.
Yeah. So again, man, I don't care who gets the vaccine or who don't or whatever. Doesn't even matter. As far as Kyrie being able to play ball, if Kyrie was a nurse and he worked at a hospital, they could mandate him get the vaccine or not. If he was a construction worker and he worked for a private company, they could mandate him get it or not. If he wants to, but it's not his employer now. It's just the state that he's in. So again, he has a decision to make, and it ain't nobody else's business. Now, when we talk about Brooklyn not putting the squeeze on him. When I say Brooklyn, I'm talking about the Nets. They're not putting the squeeze on him. They're getting the squeeze put on them by the NBA. So
I agree.
shit rolls down here.
And not just the NBA, but the NBA media as well. They're trying everything in their power to use influence or pressure or peer pressure to force. Because remember, the first week they tried to pressure Kyrie by bad mouthing him with their henchmen, Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A, Nick Wright, and Chris Broussard. Let's use that. That didn't work. So then
favorite analyst.
You could see it straight a shift. The pressure needs to be put on KD, right? That's what Stephen A said. KD needs to go to leadership and say whatever, right? And they use that pressure. And then they use all this other thing. Like they're going to use everything they can. Like, it's like a swarm of bees. You're going to keep hearing this until you decide to do what we want you to do. Now, my thing on the New York mandate, Jay, is they just came, because Congress has been talking about this, and there's a lot of people who don't agree with it, and I commend those people. Well, New York cannot mandate the medical workers to get the vaccine. It's only a matter of time before that turns into something else. So, Kyrie, stand your ground, do your thing. And for everybody who say he's a cancer, he said, get him out of here. He's a cancer. And I just want to ask you one question. Why aren't you saying Jonathan Isaac is a cancer? Why is it Kyrie?
I don't even know who Jonathan Isaac is.
Exactly. Why is Kyrie the cancer? Why is Kyrie the one that's always on the TV that they're talking about? How come they're not talking about Jonathan Isaac? Here's
the thing, and that's what I was about to say. They have for the last 5 years, since man said Earth is flat, they have been looking for a reason to assault his character. They have been looking for a reason to make this man the villain of the world. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of people buy into that. Listen, I don't care if people get the vaccine or not. Like I said before, I'm about ready to get my third shot, the booster. So for me, I don't give a shit what you do with your body. I know what I have to do with mine to kind of be cool. And at the end of the day, what you choose to do is no one's business.
Right.
But to say that this man can't play basketball, or his mind isn't on basketball, or he's a cancer because he's choosing something that you don't choose, it lets me believe that you have bought into the opinion of a paid person, and that money that ESPN and Disney has spent to get these people to have an opinion, to tell you what opinion you should have, is working really, really well. So it's who you are.
Well.
What would make that man a cancer? And are you sure? Like, are you saying he's a cancer, like a tumor that kills cells? Or are you saying he like a cancer, like his birthday is between mid-June and mid-June?
I'm July 14th.
Yeah.
July 2nd.
July 13th, baby. It's three cancers.
Like three cancers on the Man Down podcast, right?
Yeah. Like, is his birthday around ours? Or are you saying that he's bad for the team, like he's killing cells? And
man. You can't. You spoke to people who gets paid by ESPN, and they're not getting paid to come and talk about sports all the time. Part of what Stephen A's job is you need to say what the owners and the NBA wants to say to these players. It needs to come from your mouth. We're paying you for that, right? And I'm gonna let you know how that sounds. I'm gonna let you know how that sounds right now. This is Stephen A on First Take today.
Oh, your favorite analyst.
I'm gonna play one more time, Cass.
Hey.
I heard it.
The Brooklyn Nets need to get rid of Kyrie Irving. He got to go. He's just a problem. He's just a problem. I want to put everything in its proper perspective, Keyshawn, Kendrick, Molly. There's a whole bunch of people out here, myself included, maybe not you, Key, but a lot of us that had reservations about taking the vaccine.
Understood.
But we took it.
Yes.
Not just because of us, but because of the people that we were going to be around. And more importantly, the obligations that we had. I don't get vaccinated, I can't do First Take. I don't do First Take, I'm leaving everybody stranded. Not to mention compromising my own bankroll and bottom line, which I was not going to do. Let me be very, very clear about that. Okay, I ain't apologizing for that to a damn soul, all right? That's how I roll, okay? Having said all of that, even if that were not the case, if I'm a member of a team and we've aligned and we're mission-minded, I'm not going to be the one to jump off the train to compromise the mission. Okay, I'm gonna be the one that stands pat and is like, yo, this is what we doing, this is what we gotta do. Because if you're a part of a team and other people are doing it and you not doing it doesn't allow you to be a part of the team, then it comes time to make a choice and make the sacrifice and do what you need to do. Clearly, Kyrie ain't about that because Kyrie's about Kyrie. His heart might be in the right place philanthropically, charitably, in terms of the causes that he partakes and the donations that he makes and stuff like that. And he should not be excoriated from that. But the flip side to it is that his level of stubbornness has elevated to a glaring level of selfishness. And I completely applaud the Brooklyn Nets for taking this position. I said it before and I'm telling y'all again. They'd give his ass away for a box of cookies if they could. They're so disgusted with this dude. I'm telling you what I know.
One question.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's foreshadowing, so I don't want y'all to comment on it. Y'all just
You said that was who?
Stephen.
That was Uncle Ruckus. That's what that was.
Oh, I thought you said it was Stephen A. Smith, but just listening to his voice, he sounded like my mom's brother Thomas.
What do you do?
Your uncle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'll hit you in a minute.
Your uncle.
Yeah.
Your mom, whose name happens
Well,
to
wait
be.
a minute.
Go ahead, Slim.
We got it. That's another topic. It's uncle. Okay. Just foreshadowing, but we're not going to jump to that. It's just
Okay.
Uncle Tom is not actually a slur. It's good. Like, you saw what he said with John Gruden. He said John Gruden shouldn't be fired. So I just want to put that in there.
He did
with the Kyrie thing. He said John Gruden should not be fired. Fire away.
Wow. All right, go ahead, Zoe. Yeah, you get first deals on the thoughts.
Listen, man, that was tough, and I know who we talking about, and we've had discussions about what Stephen A. and his antics, but that was tough, man. Like, people, I think Jay said it best. When you start to agree, I think this part, let me start with, this is one of the problems with society in the first place. If I don't agree with what you feel is right for you, I automatically become the bad guy. Like, how does that work? If you say, man, I want to inject my body with AIDS because I think it'll help fight against AIDS, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm wrong.
Right.
Am I wrong because of that?
Right.
I have Kyrie has
because you're going against science.
Right. No, science never been wrong before. Like it cannot really be that serious to where they're calling for this man's livelihood, and I'm totally against that cancel culture bull in the first place because people still got to eat. But I mean, calling for this man to be traded for a box of cookies. Stephen A., you averaged 0.9 points in your best. You could never tell somebody what they could do on a basketball team, number one. Number two, for Kyrie to stand up on this, Kyrie already said that there's more to life than basketball. Whatever he feels comfortable doing, I'm sure that he's done his research. I'm sure that he's thought about it. And he has his stance. I don't ever ask nobody, hey, man, I know we work together. I know we colleagues. I'm trying to hire people now. Did you get your polio shot in 6th grade? I don't care. It ain't none of my business. I don't care what you your life. I don't care. And why do y'all care so much? Yes, you could.
Hold on, Zoe.
Go ahead.
The opposite of that is polio wasn't like Corona, right? In this year.
This year, you're right.
Yeah, I don't give a damn polio don't affect me because it don't.
True. Mm-hmm.
But that's the same thing about who you decide to hit row. Like, that's your own business.
Yeah, I'm getting rewarded for that. Well, no, not a reward, but at the moment.
Well, sometimes that risk ain't worth it.
I
know. But yeah, man, it's just hard to believe.
This was interesting. This was interesting to me, right? So when this first started, right, I think the first crack at it was Chris Broussard and Nick Wright. And Nick Wright,
you said
he was the first one.
I thought he said crack at it.
Yeah, he was the first person to come out with the lie that Kyrie said that if he's traded, he would retire, right? Nick Wright said, your people are saying it, but what people? I'm pretty sure no one that hangs with Kyrie talks to Nick Wright. Like this dude is any info to Nick Wright. So we knew that was a lie.
No, repeat that. You broke up.
Did y'all hear me? Am I
breaking? I kind of did. Wright, you did break up a second.
After you said Nick Wright,
that's right. Oh well, I'm sorry.
After you said Nick Wright and nothing.
Okay. Yeah. So no one in their right mind thinks that a person that hates Kyrie as much as Nick Wright would have people next to them also feeding information to Nick Wright. That makes sense, right? So I automatically knew that was a lie, and he didn't have no sources telling him Kyrie was going to retire. Second thing that happened is Stephen A. came out and was like, the Brooklyn Nets want to trade Kyrie, except for KD won't let them. And then when everyone called BS on that, he came back and tweeted and was like, y'all misunderstood what I was saying. Mm-hmm. I didn't say that that KD was stopping the trade. I'm saying I thought that KD was stopping the trade.
Durant gonna kick his ass.
Yo,
Durant's gonna kick his ass.
Now he's saying he know for a fact that KD is blocking the trade. So he done flip-flopped 3 times already on that. Like I can't believe nothing else these guys say, man. Like it's their integrity is shot. They're trash. They got an agenda. And Stephen A. Smith get paid to say things like that on ESPN. He just get paid to do
Mel,
that.
you did
He's
that?
already been exposed.
Did you do that on purpose?
yo, Mel.
What?
We all seen Vampire in Brooklyn. She just flip-flopping on it. Y'all never seen Vampire in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Is Kyrie Irving a Vampire in Brooklyn?
Yeah. Stick to the top. Stick to
What
the
is he
top.
doing wrong? It's in Brooklyn. They call him why? Vaccine. I don't understand why they got to trade this dude for that. I understand the pressure. I understand the media. But what are they going to do a year from now when it's really not?
But who believes that? Who believes they're discussing trading him though? Who believes that?
I actually think Nick Wright just throwing it out there.
I do too. I don't think it's true.
But we know Kyrie.
I don't think it's true.
No,
It's not.
Even if it is, it's going to be their loss.
It's the pressure.
Unless he asks for one.
Even if they had no idea, I mean, they had no inkling of trying to trade him. If you put it in the atmosphere, and now your whole fan base is calling for a trade,
and people talking about it,
get rid of him, just trade him, get rid of him, just trade him, just get rid of him. Eventually, they're gonna look for trade.
The only thing they're doing is trying to create the type of drama that the Warriors had between Draymond and KD, and that Draymond and KD thing led to KD making his decision to leave. But if you just keep enough drama around this big three, they know this team is just unstoppable, right? If they get everything clicking. But if they could just put a wedge into it, throw a wrench in the game some way, somehow,
put a vaccine,
then that's their best. That's their best chance, other than injury, other than someone getting hurt or them breaking this team up from the inside out with their outside media pressure. That's the only way they're gonna be able to break this team up and have them not win. And that's all it is.
Cass didn't say anything up on this topic yet, so like I Cass want to go right quick. So
okay.
I'm not gonna say I was agreeing with Stephen A. In the first 10 seconds of his speech, I saw where he was coming from. But then again, this is a person who have demonstrated the incapability of being on the side of the players.
Mm-hmm.
He has a rap sheet that says that he is the word that rhymes with tune. So it's hard to agree with someone when they have that rap sheet. So I was like, yeah, man, like, come on, like, maybe he is being selfish. But every day, like I tell myself, sometimes we have to be a little selfish for happiness.
That's real, Cat.
That may be some real stuff that this man is going through, that he's really fear. Like, just like Jay said it earlier about him thinking that the earth is flat. I had a stint in my naval career where I actually believed that. And in parts of my head, still, I still kind of think that way, that the earth still legitimately could be flat. But I don't want to have that discussion right now. So why is it so pertinent to Stephen A. to be so emotional about a topic about a man's feelings?
Because his paycheck relies on it.
No, I get it. But if you're Stephen A.
You're right, Slim. He's getting paid for that, and he knows it. He's getting paid for it.
I'm gonna talk it to
you. Do it again, so wait.
By the way, so was right.
Yeah. Tap dancing, though. Sammy Davis. But no, Sammy Davis. Like you cannot. But when it comes to topics like this, especially dealing with Kyrie, because he has something personal against Kyrie. When it comes to topics like this, you cannot believe a word. You cannot even listen to the words coming out of Stephen A.'s mouth, because you know he's going to say what his bosses would say in a room full of them by themselves. I'm going to be the guy that say it in hand. That's all it is, man.
Let me put.
I want to say this one thing.
Go ahead.
It's quick. So Mel, it's basically the from off the Chappelle show when they had Rick James in there. I don't remember grinding my foot in Eddie Murphy couch. Yeah, I grinded my foot.
Right.
Literally just was saying you said that they said that you was gonna trade this man. Oh, that's not what I was, bro. You on national televised, like it's on YouTube. We can literally Google it and see you saying it.
He flip flopped 3 times. Go ahead, Jay.
Let me put a bow on it like this. You guys, not you, but they are willing to character assassinate, verbally assault this man because he's making a choice. And the choice that he's making is saying, hey, whatever I'm standing on is bigger to me than the game of basketball. We talking about a goddamn game.
Yeah, facts.
The end. A game.
Right.
And people are too emotional about a game. I don't care how much they pay the man to play a game. It's still a game, and it's still a job. So if he chooses that he would rather have another job than to play by whatever y'all put it up there, and that's the choice that he has to have.
Here we go with the lies.
Go ahead.
Shaggy Smith.
This man is full of. I mean,
so this is
Stephen A. Wait, time out. Why is Kyrie blocking my face?
Hey, after he made the first comment saying that Kyrie was going to get traded, but KD stopped it, and everybody called BS on it. He came back with a tweet and was like, here we go with the lies again. I never said any trade offers were made regarding Kyrie. What I said is they would do a deal to swap Kyrie for Ben Simmons in a heartbeat, but KD ain't having it. He loves his brother. He won't have that. So he was saying hypothetically, if they was going to trade him, it wouldn't go down because of KD. But now he's back to saying he knows for a fact that they want to trade him for a box of cookies at that. Hey, I got a call on the line. What's up? Who's this?
Hey, what's up, Mel and the crew? This is Jarvis.
Jarvis, what's up, bro?
I want y'all to help me understand why Brooklyn should keep him. Just my opinion. I mean, my opinion is like, okay, it's no iron team. If you don't want to get a vaccine, cool. But why should Brooklyn still keep him around if you don't want to buy into it? Because at the end of the day, the city, they're not gonna lift their restrictions for one person. You're not gonna force their hand. So why keep them around?
Can I go first? Can I go first, Joe? Can I answer first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right, Jarvis. So here's the first thing, right? Kyrie, it is out of Kyrie's control, and I'm not going to say that deciding not to get a vaccine is in your control. Like, that's his body. He's not going to put that vaccine in his body for obvious reasons, right? Now, so I'm still going to say it's out of his control because he didn't make the mandate, right? He's not taking a sabbatical like he did last season. He's not saying, hey, I'm going to have this surgery 2 weeks before the season so I can miss the first half of it like Slant Man did, or like how Scottie Pippen did his last year with the Bulls. Like he didn't do none of that. Like, he's ready to play ball. He's in shape, right? He didn't show it fat. He's been working out. He rehabbed his ankle. He did everything in his power to be ready to play ball. So if the NBA was really about their players, and sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, but in this situation, I think they really want to be on the side of mandating everybody to get vaccinated, but they can't because of the CBA. So they're using other ways and other methods to do it. Now, if they was really on Kyrie's side, just like the just like the medical workers that was losing their jobs, Congress and the judicial system just came back and made them reverse it. You can no longer make a person fire a person because they didn't get the vax for the medical workers. So they're forcing New York to do that. If the NBA was really on Kyrie's side, they could have instead of having all these people try to pressure Kyrie, they can have all these people in the media pressure New York. Am I right or wrong?
Wrong.
I mean, yeah, in a way, but also at the same time, it's like, okay, you don't want this vaccine. You know you can't play here in this area or whatever. The NBA is what, a private sector, so they want their players to be vaccinated to be protected because you got fans coming in, stuff being spread around. So
no, they don't. That's not why they want them to be vaccinated. They want them to be vaccinated so the whole world can get vaccinated. They want to use them as examples, right? They want to be 100%.
Where'd you read that at though?
But it's common sense because last year before there was a vax, they said, hey, look, we still go hoop. So it wasn't about being safe. So they said no vaccine last year, but we still hoop and we gonna do a bubble. So listen, the protocol, if you don't have the vaccine, was you're gonna have to get tested. So if I get tested every before every game or every week, then I know that you don't have the corona. So if I can make sure you don't have corona, then you can play. Right? So that's still in place. That's still in place. The NFL is doing that. Get tested every week, and then you can play. So that takes Kyrie from missing 41 games to, okay, he might not be able to play back-to-backs because you can't get the results back in time. Just get tested every before a couple of days before every game.
I'm not willing to go down that.
He played half the season. Boils down to playoff home games. He's not available. Then what?
Look, do what the protocol says. Test him at every turn to make sure that when he's on the court, he's not infected.
Hey Jarvis.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. And I'm not willing to go down the road Melvin went down. And nothing's wrong with the road that he went down, but I'm not willing to do that. But okay, so we can all agree that Kyrie doesn't want to get the vaccine.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
And your question was, why should Brooklyn keep him around?
Right.
Why should Kyrie get a vaccine for a team that may not keep him around?
I thought you was going the other way.
I'm gonna say this. If they don't keep him around, I mean, if he got the vaccine, if they don't keep him around, it's for other reasons. Antics that he's pulled in the past.
But no, what I'm saying is any NBA team, any team can trade you or whatever. They can cut you tomorrow just because. No reason. Don't need a reason to cut.
I mean, true.
So again, why would you make a personal decision on an employer that may not choose you the way that you chose them?
I mean, me personally, I'm not here, but me personally, if you really love the game, you want to hoop. You know, if you don't want to get the vaccine, request a trade to go to a market where you don't have to have it.
Yeah, but you can want to hoop. You can want to hoop like because Jarvis, you know, we all grew up loving the game of basketball, right? So
true.
I think a lot like Kyrie. I think I understand him a little bit because I think we think alike. But I love basketball, but it's just a couple of things that when it comes up, it automatically takes priority. Like it's things that have to be prioritized. You would agree that what was going on with George Floyd was more important than basketball. I would agree with that. Kyrie was the only player that was acting like it was that important. Like people would give lip service to it, but their actions would be like, "Hey, we need to hoop, man. This. I mean, we can put stuff on the back of our t-shirts. Forget everything else. You know, like Kyrie. If this stuff wasn't going on, then you would see that he want to hoop. You can't get as good as he is and not want to hoop. You can't want to hoop.
I agree.
They're telling him he can't because he won't put it back.
I agree with
that's the last thing I say about it.
I mean, you say the George Floyd thing he brought up or whatever. He felt like hooping was more important, but wasn't he injured at that time? So he couldn't really focus on ball.
Right.
Everybody else wanted to hoop.
Right.
I mean, so it's kind of like, okay, you can't play right now, so let's focus on this. But I mean, me personally, I feel like if he could hoop, he probably wouldn't have been focused on that.
Well, you can't say that because he's giving you, yeah, he's giving you an example right now that he's not going to put certain things over basketball, even though basketball is important to him. You just can't tell me because a championship is in sight that I'm just going to do things I would not normally do. Hey, Jarvis, I know you like women, but I need you to lay down with this dude for this ring. You're not going to do it. Like they're telling him to do that. Listen, they're telling him to do something that he would not do under any circumstance, and saying, hey, look, just change the way you think just for this ring. No, you can't tell a man that.
Hey,
yeah, but Mel, I would also have to. I'm gonna say I agree with Jarvis up on this point, but I still think that if you don't want to get the vaccination, I got the vaccination, the Johnson & Johnson. I'm like one and done. I don't like 2 shots. So,
oh boy, you must have went to the projects to get jumped.
I think that if you're gonna get it, I think that's the one to get. You ain't hear about it since.
Look, hey, Dave Chappelle said, hey, he showed up and said, give me the third best choice.
yo, seriously though. But on a real note, like, and this is why I said I was kind of agreeing. Well, I'm not gonna say agreeing because I don't want to say me agreeing with Stephen A in the same sentence. I was seeing where he was coming from when he was saying that he was selfish. Like I really was. But then again, I say that you have to be selfish in a stint. But if Kyrie really don't want it, yo, just like, you know what, my brother, KD, I love you. I'm not going to change my outlook. I'm not gonna bend for them. So I'm about to go to Philadelphia where I can win a championship with the big guy, Embiid. So
if Kyrie Grant heal his ankle or Derrick Rose his knee, Brooklyn gonna move on from without him. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, like, just take his name out. Take his name out and insert any player. That's just the game of basketball. So you don't have to. Let's not just say Kyrie. Any player.
I got a question, and I think this part of the fight I was texting y'all about earlier. Y'all think it's just because Kyrie just, I agree with y'all, but just have another open mind, basically. That's how I get in a lot of arguments. Why am I not doing this? Just think about it. Consider it. How much 99% of NBA vaccinated?
Yeah, it's something.
I think it's up. I think it's
so.
Up
They
to
didn't even
95.
think about it. They followed right quick. Where Kyrie was like, I don't think he disagreed with it. I think he's just like, let me see. Nothing wrong with that to me. Let me see how this roll. Like, just think outside the box right quick.
Right.
I agree, man. I agree. I don't think that. I mean, basketball. We know what Brooklyn could be with Kyrie, and I think the NBA knows it's must-see television, regardless whether they win the championship, which they have a greater chance to do with Kyrie, or not. But certain things are just not worth certain things. We got actors who ain't got no problem putting that dress on. And then you have some who say, and you know what? They probably get in the bag right now. But you have some who stand on principles, morals, whatever their principles are, that saying, I'm not going to do that. And yes, it could sacrifice something, but that's what morals are. It's willing for you to put your foot down on something that says, even though I want this thing over here, I'm willing to stand behind this point and sacrifice possibly not getting that thing because this is how strong I believe. And there ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's not. It's not. But at the same time, you got to deal with the ramifications of your actions. That's just like us as adults. I couldn't stand the goddamn Navy, and I stand on those principles. I couldn't stand waking up to go into that damn job. But I knew I couldn't quit, Slim. It was hard to quit the Navy, but I have 2 kids to provide for. You know what I'm saying? So but I love my job now, and the Navy giving me 100%. So hey, whatever.
Keep it to yourself, brother. Keep that to yourself, brother.
Yeah,
all right, Charlie.
I want to say this one last thing.
Go ahead.
So with this, today it came out that Kyrie can't participate in practices or nothing. Do y'all feel like KD and James Harden signed off on that?
Something should be wrong with that right there. He could participate.
Nah, he can't participate.
In practice, right?
Yeah, he can't
Yeah,
do none of them. No games, no nothing. They basically said,
Yeah, the
mean,
Brooklyn Nets shut that down. So New York was giving in a little bit, because at first they were saying you can't even be in the arena with a crowd. Then it was like, you know what, you can practice because ain't no audience there. It's just you and your team, right? You can practice, right? And then once they said that, Brooklyn was like, nah, we want to make it hard for him because we want him to go ahead and get vaccinated so we won't have no issue. So they came out and was like, Kyrie, we're not going to let you practice even though you can. You know that, so that's what that thing. And your question was, do I think that KD and Harden signed off on it? I don't think that. No, I think that
decision came from up above.
No, let him practice. Yeah, it's bigger than Nino Brown.
Because they had a meeting with them and stuff like that. That's why I'm
see.
Nah, I don't even watch ESPN. Keep it real. I watch First Take.
They just want to hoop,
Undisputed.
bro. They just want to hoop, and they Kyrie is their dog. They dog, man. Look, it'd be the same thing if all 5 of us right now, and all 6 of us, if Corey was here, right, and somebody told me, hey, look, I got this going on, man. I ain't gonna be able to record, bro. Like, okay, I mean, what kind of frustration is gonna come if I know you and we real friends and I know you got personal stuff? Where's the frustration coming from? If I'm frustrated to the point where I'm getting rubbed the wrong way, where I feel like our friendship is getting tried, then I'm not really your friend. Because
hey Mel, can I throw it to you?
Your personal well-being go come before everything.
Yeah.
When $15 million was on the table.
What you mean 15 million? I'm KD gonna get paid regardless.
No, I'm talking about with you and you said and somebody wasn't to come on. I know it's extreme, but
if I'm still getting paid and I still get to do what I love doing, if I still get to hoop, and I still a superstar point guard to play with, because he wants to continue, he wants to be considered about his health, I can't be mad at that. I'm just going to have to miss that superstar point guard. But guess what? I still get paid and I still get the hoop. I mean, I just don't see how you can look at it any other way. They go hoop, man.
And they still gonna be very good. They're still gonna be good.
Yeah, Jay, did you freeze?
Not a championship though.
Nah, not at all.
All right, man.
Yo, you remember that horse? Yeah. You remember that horse that died last week?
You got the vaccine?
Hold on, we're moving cast. So
no, I'm saying that's why Jay was chilling. That's why I'm not speaking for me. I was talking about Jay.
And we might not be able to cover this. Good Lord. We might not be able to cover this as much as I wanted to, because we stayed on the Kyrie thing a little bit too long. However, I do want to discuss the playoff teams and not the playoff teams from last year, because I don't think it's going to be the same this year. So we'll discuss
prediction, the
top 8 teams according to ESPN, or how they're predicting it for the playoffs, right? So y'all ready for that? And just the Eastern Conference today. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Let me take this one call before
gives
we
a
move.
Shit about the Eastern Conference.
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Mel? How y'all doing?
We good. What's up, Gary?
Good to see you guys, man. It's been a minute since I've been on.
I know, man. So we were just discussing the mandate and the vaccine and Kyrie. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I respect where he's coming from. I do. But it's just like any other job. Here in California, my wife works at a certain, I won't say the hospital, but a certain hospital. They just laid off like, I must say 4,000 people because they will not get the vaccine. So the jobs are making it mandatory that some jobs are making it mandatory that you have to get the vaccine. And it's kind of like a seatbelt, if you think about it. You don't have to wear it, but if you get caught with it, without it, you're going to get a ticket. and the government makes you wear it. It is a law. Now, this is not a law yet, but it's just the idea. You got Kyrie, and I don't think he's a cancer or anything like that. I just think that's the rules. That's the rules, and it's no different. Basketball is a job, just like me going to work every day is a job. One of you guys going to work every day is a job.
Right.
If they mandate that you get something, you're going to have to get it, or you're without a job. It's just as easy as that. As simple as that. But I do respect where he stands, and I always say, a lot of people say, well, I have the right. I have the right not to take this vaccine. Okay, yeah, you have the right. But they also said that it also spreads. It's also spreaded by the people that hasn't got the vaccine as well. So you may have the right to not get the vaccine, but you don't have the right to spread it.
Bro, that was fast.
That's just how I feel towards it. And it's a lot of people are hearing a lot of things, and they're saying a lot of things and stuff like that. Sometimes it's hard to figure out the forest for the trees, But I just think that in this case, I think Brooklyn did the right thing. I do. I just think they did the right thing. Now, I also I kind of caught you tail end of your show. I want to talk about the Gruden thing. Y'all talked about the Gruden situation.
Nope. Once we finish with that's actually the next topic. Once we finish with the NBA, we go jump right to NFL, and that's gonna be the first thing we discuss.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead. If I can say something about that right quick.
Go ahead.
I with the Gruden thing, I thought it was just one email, but it got deeper and deeper as it went on.
Yeah.
And like he said, he's a leader of people. He's a leader of men. You cannot be in a position like that and say the things that he said. Something had to be done.
Right.
Now, okay, these emails were a long time ago, which is true. But, if they're going to look at his emails, then you need to look at Daniel Snyder's emails as well. I think that should be played into effect. And the NFL, as we know, very hypocritical with where they stand on things, because, as you know, when Colin Kaepernick was taking the knee, they were all against him. They blackballed the man,
right.
Right. And then they turned around and a couple of years later talk about how great Colin Kaepernick was and what a hero he was. That was all because of money. Because, see, money was being taken away when he was doing it. But now that he's dubbed as the hero, now money was coming back, and the NFL was missing out on that. They didn't want to get part of that money, and they want to make their sponsors happy. That's the whole thing. And my whole thing is that either one way or the other. You talk about a justice and you paint in your end zone about equality and all this kind of stuff, the Black Lives Matter, whatever. You do all this in your end zones. Well, show me justice and you expose Daniel Snyder for who he is.
That's
how I feel about it. I'll take it off the air with that, fellas. Good to see y'all again. Great show.
Hey, thanks, Gary. I appreciate it, man. Good call. Thoughts?
What he said about rights was really real, man. And what people also don't know the difference between rights and privileges, but they also don't know that just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean that consequences won't follow. I have the right to go to work tomorrow, and I can choose to not wear pants ever again in life. There's going to be consequences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's my choice.
So what would y'all say to the fact that Congress think it's unconstitutional to force someone to get a vaccine? Or to fire someone that doesn't have a vaccine?
It's the same Congress that
5/8 a human being or something like that?
Yeah. I'm saying again, man, a woman can't have an abortion and after whatever it takes. All of this shit is political, bro, and none of it stands for nothing at all anymore. They're not even looking for right and wrong or best case. They're looking for
popularity.
How can we push our agenda And meanwhile, they stealing money from everybody.
Yeah, and how in the world we gonna let this one little naughty head boy go up against the machine and win?
That's my thing. If everybody vaccinated, what I need it for?
That's what I always said. But Gary just on the call said, you know, you can still spread it. So
So
you
the
got the right not to
vaccine
get it.
ain't that damn good.
Yeah, but this is the thing though.
Ain't that good?
If the vaccine doesn't stop me from spreading it or getting it, then why are you telling me I have a place where I can't spread it, where I'm taking tests every week before I get on the court with someone? Like put me in, I'm willing to be in a bubble. I'm not going to go anywhere, right? If I go outside of a certain area, then I got to take more tests. Like all of those things are in place for unvaccinated players to be able to play safely. It's already in place, but they just won't use it because they want to force their hand. But anyway, I digress, man. We're beating the dead horse. So it's the NBA's 75th season, and it's gonna be a good one because it did a top 75. Man,
wait,
we can talk.
Jay, why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head, Jay? After Mel said that,
it's not going to be a good season.
What?
Why not?
You don't think so?
No. There's 4 teams, and then everybody else is shit.
That usually makes a great season.
No, the hell it don't.
Yeah, it do.
No, it don't, man. Yeah, all right.
Yo,
Mel, continue.
In the military, what's the consequences if you do not get it? It's mandatory in the military. I don't have it, and I'm not getting it. So I'll let you know what my consequences are.
It's mandatory for recruits to get it.
Hey, man,
That's the mandatory.
Okay, you reading the fine print.
Let me tell you something that is mandatory. A lot of things. Let me tell you what I don't do. Whatever I don't feel like.
Right.
Like guys, just because you put a word in front of it, don't make it more important.
Right.
Like no matter what it is. Listen, Mel, whether you get the vaccine or not, doesn't matter. Here's what matters more than that. How do you think this is going to be a good NBA season?
Well, let's get it there. Hey, so I'm gonna do this again. It's gonna be my third attempt trying to introduce this, right? Because I gotta break these up into clips, right? And I want to be able to do it cleanly. But every time I try to introduce it, somebody jump in, and that somebody is Cass. So I do it this time. I do.
Just like you removed me from the panel because you wanted to play your favorite analyst.
Well, you look like a vaccine.
Because I was trying to introduce a soundbite and we couldn't hear it because you was talking over it.
I say one thing that's your all right. You're right. I'm sorry, Mel. Yo, let's do it again.
Hey, put your Stephen A on, man.
Yeah, let's see.
Come on. Now let's try it again.
All right, let's try this. Hey, it's the NBA.
Goofy ass. Mel, do you have the picture? Mel, do you have the picture of the top 8 teams so we can just let's just go into it?
All right, let's go into it. All right, so I can't even do it.
Yes,
Lamar.
Yes.
Who put that up? That y'all interrupted me. Y'all know I'm like what's the dude name from? If it's on the teleprompter, I'm gonna read it. I just read laugh out loud in my mind. I can't even get out what I'm talking about.
Ron Burgundy.
So now, what you haven't noticed is now it's entertaining for me to watch you get interrupted.
Yeah,
which is amazing for me.
Yeah, it's not amazing.
Mel, you know that was sarcasm when I said that. It wasn't me trying to interrupt you. It was quick,
but it's still interrupted.
Right? I never. But Slim, I didn't deny that.
I would have helped you.
I don't know why you're co-signing for Melvin. Melvin don't have bad credit.
I would have helped.
3 times.
Two times. I only did it just now because Jay was shaking his head. Jay head shaking is important to me. Because something is going to be funny. Something is going to be funny after
this next segment is not. All right. So it's the NBA's 75th season, man. They're gonna do a list of the top 75, adding 25 additional. So we'll get to that later. But I do want to talk about opening night and those matchups, and also I want to go ahead and discuss the Eastern Conference top 8 teams. How I think it's going to be. Well, actually, not how I think it's going to be. It's how ESPN think it's going to be. Right. So I start with number 8, and I want y'all to let me know if y'all agree with this, man. They're projecting the Knicks the round off the top 8. So they got the Knicks at number 8. They didn't do much. There was a playoff team last year. As far as free agent signings, I think they just got Kemba Walker and who was the other signing? Evan Fournier.
You gotta hit that store. Y'all gotta hit that Evan Fournier store. He ain't ready.
Right. Not today, but I mean that's the Knicks. Julius Randle had a real bad go of it in the playoffs last year. Got exposed a little bit. How do y'all feel about the projection of them finishing number 8? And if you got something different, like what you think they higher or you think they out of the playoffs? What?
We got to hit all 8 before we.
You want to do it? You want to do it that way? I kind of want to talk about the Knicks. Let's talk about the Knicks. Let's do it that way.
What's to say? They're the fucking Knicks. They're not gonna win a championship.
Yeah. What can be said about the Knicks that can't be said about Afghanistan? They're bombed out and depleted.
So hold on. Are y'all saying a playoff team from last year and stuff into MVP discussions?
Yo, bro, I don't know what you were saying because I heard every 5th word.
Almost.
And that's
Malvin, no. Yes, you're breaking up bad, bro. So you're interrupting my piece. All right. This is your 4th time interrupting my piece with it.
But let me do this. Let me refresh. So you talk about the Knicks.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the Knicks. All right, boom. They did. Julius Randle did give
G League Wi-Fi out.
G League Wi-Fi. But yeah, man, the Knicks, they got Kemba. They had Julius Randle, but what we realized in the playoffs, personally, I don't. Julius Randle is not a number 1 guy. Or he's not a guy that can lead. He's not a number 1 on the championship team. That's what I'll say.
I agree with that, Zoe.
He's not a number 1 on the championship team. As great as he was last year, which he most improved, he deserved that. The additions of Kemba and Evan Fournier don't really. I mean, I like Kemba. I don't know, and they did have some struggles at point guard to where in the playoffs they ended up having to start Derrick Rose, who's 60, really not that old, but still in basketball years he's old. You know,
his knees is 80.
Yeah, so I don't really know what that does for them in the Eastern Conference because I feel like everybody is either going to get better within themselves or they're actually going to be healthy. So I think 8 is responsible. For the Knicks. I don't think they're going to be 4 like they were last time. So I'm not too mad about it. But like Jay said, they're not winning the championship.
I got a question, Zoe. You said Julius Randle can't be a number 1 guy on the championship team.
Yes, that's my opinion. Yeah.
How do we know that? Because he's not on a championship team.
That is well, if you
can, you know what?
I know that is because dissect it. Is because he'll never be on the championship team as long as he.
Exactly. All I'm saying is the team went as he went. He played like trash, and they followed up behind him. So if he had a championship team behind him, they could pick up his slack like every other champion. Maybe it'll look a little different.
Yeah,
but 8 is respectable. 6 at best. I don't know who's on the list, but 6 at best.
11.
Okay. So out of the playoffs.
11
for you.
Yeah, I say this: if Kemba could be a resemblance of what he was in Charlotte, Yeah, I agree with this. But have we seen that from Kemba the past 2 years in Boston?
Well, that might prove Kyrie Irving's a cancer. His spirit.
Thank you for Slim. Thank you for interrupting me, Melvin. I know how you feel now, Melvin. I know how you feel.
All the time.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. But
got a fresh take.
No, but on a serious note, like I've seen Kemba while he was in Charlotte knock down some of the same shots, game like deciding shots he was missing over the past 2 seasons in Boston. Like, what is going on? Is that injury affecting his jump shot that bad?
Yeah, it's his knee.
Maybe green's not his color.
Yeah.
You just never know.
What he had teal, which is a form of green and blue with Charlotte.
Teal is one of blue and green.
But it's you know what? You're right. Whatever. but still, like, do y'all think he can manage to get that clutch gene that he once had? Like, he don't even have to be the UConn championship days, Kyrie. I know that's college level, but I'm saying you think he can have a resemblance of that clutch factor back?
Hey, wrong person. You said Kyrie. I should have.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. No.
Kemba, I mean,
don't interrupt.
If he's healthy, I don't see why he can't make the same shots he was making before. But he had a lot of spring in his jump shot. He get a lot of elevation on his jump shot, and he do a lot of step backs. He do a lot of stuff that rely on him to have
leg,
knees and good ankles, right?
So
if he don't have that, his game is going to be reduced a lot, and he's not going to be the same. So it's based on his health.
And like you said,
me,
Mel, like
that's what I think.
Him and young Derrick Rose, their game was all legs, like their legs. Russell Westbrook, their legs is what's going to get them to be elite players. Other than that, they're just a guy in the league.
I don't put Kemba Walker in that category.
Okay, because Kemba Walker is really good at what? That doesn't use his legs. All right, Mel.
They all use their legs for one. There ain't no paraplegics playing out there. They ain't wheelchair basketball.
That's a fact.
Mike Miller did not have legs his whole damn career. Kyle Korver has not had legs ever.
How you rank?
Like a
got
robot.
2 of them, Jay.
What's number 7?
He has 2 legs, though. But he got 2 legs, though.
He got legs the same way that the Plumleys got feet. It's on their body, but they don't know where they at.
Yo, you know what you sound like? Jeff Van Gundy. Remember he said that, but DeJuan Blair? He's great with no ACLs.
Hey, what was wrong about that statement?
Everything. What's wrong with that?
Number 7.
Okay, number 7. All right, so number 7, they're projecting to be the Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls acquired Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan. And they still got, they got Vucevic last year as well. Patrick Williams up and coming, and of course Zach LaVine is Zach LaVine. So with the Chicago Bulls, man, give me what y'all think about that. Them being projected number 7, and what do you think they should be?
I agree that they're going to be a playoff team. I think better though. They have an elite scorer in Zach LaVine, and I think they just need to build camaraderie.
Who's their coach?
That's a good question.
Exactly. Who's their leader? Exactly. Out of the
playoffs. Wait.
You don't think they're gonna make? You don't think they're gonna be in the top 8 in the East?
Nope. All right. I think that of those youngsters you named, at least 2 of them will be traded by the trade deadline.
That is you know what? Billy Donovan is their coach
from Florida.
Oh Lord, he's
oh yeah, I was like, he's no longer the Thunder coach.
Billy Donovan is the coach of the Chicago Bulls. Yeah,
they're definitely not making the playoffs.
All right,
no way. No way.
I think they'll make it. I think they'll make it, Jay. But I think 7 or 8 is appropriate. It's too many good teams that bring back at least what they brought back last, bringing at least what they had last year with a little bit of better additions. Like, are they top 4 in the East? No. So they bottom 4 at least. Are they better than? I mean, it depends on who you got in your top 4.
They are booked in by Cleveland and Detroit. Listen, they will not make the playoffs. Book it.
No, I can.
You said Cleveland? You said Cleveland is gonna make it?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw that too. I was distracted, but yeah, we good.
Do you know who that is?
No, of course not. Of course not, man. You know how these daggone trolls are, but
wait, what happened?
But yeah, I look, I'm with Kaz, man. I think it's appropriate for them to be a playoff team. Come on, man. Zach LaVine is already a monster. DeMar DeRozan, I mean, they're rolling out a lineup at point guard 6'7". Is it? Am I breaking up?
No, you're perfect now.
Oh, okay, they're rolling out a lineup of Lonzo Ball at 6'7", LaVine at 6'6", DeMar DeRozan at 6'6". That's their 1, 2, and 3. And they're all well. I know Lonzo Ball plays really good defense. Zach LaVine gets a lot of off-ball steals. DeMar DeRozan's okay at defense. I love what they rolling out there. And then they got the post
4 and 5 though. Joakim Noah?
No, Vucevic from Orlando, the All-Star, who's a great post player. And
he is.
So, yeah, he's really good, right? So, and then Patrick Williams is good at the force, and then they coming out the bench with Kobe White and Caruso and a couple other guys. I really like that squad. If you've seen what they did in preseason, they beat teams by like 30 plus 3 times. The defense is crazy.
They beat the Pelicans by like 30, but the Pelicans also didn't play like 3 of their starters, and Garrett Temple, who shouldn't be in the NBA, played like 27 minutes. He shouldn't be. I don't care about the LSU's greatest player, but hell no. Boy, that boy is 37. He should not be on the NBA team. Anyways, though, but man, I agree with you saying. Like, people, I don't know why Cody White, North Carolina, right? Kobe, I like him. I like his game. I don't know why you would insert Lonzo to starting now over him, who's been in the system for.
That's the right move.
No, listen, and you didn't hear when I say it right now. Keywords right now. 2 words right and now. I think eventually warm him up, but the chemistry, we talk about this all the time. If you're not significantly better, I'm not just going to interject you or like inject you into the team.
He's significantly better.
Huh?
Yeah, listen.
Lonzo Ball is significantly better.
For that role.
I literally just saw this.
For that role.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not about to argue with you.
No, it's not an argument. It can be an argument, but I okay. When we're talking about fundamentals of the game, what does Lonzo do better than Kobe White?
Everything.
Play with light-skinned people, his brothers. You're not going to tell me Zach LaVine is not.
Wait, what happened?
Look, he plays defense better than Kobe White.
Yes.
He shoots better than Kobe White.
I don't think his 3-point percent. I don't think he's not free throw. He does not shoot better 3 free throws than Cody White. You can look that up.
Kobe.
So
Cody.
He's significantly a better player than Kobe White, man.
I don't think he's significantly better.
I think he is an upgrade.
Will never be a significant starter in the league.
Who won't?
Kobe White.
Kobe White.
I won't say that, but in Chicago, he don't need to start.
No, I'm gonna say that.
Hey, put it this way, Cass. Whoever the GM of the Bulls disagree with you, because they went out and got this man in free agency and gave him some money.
If we're gonna say that logic, I say that all the time, and you still have a difference of opinion of some of my stuff. I don't remember some of the stuff because I know you're gonna ask me when. But next team.
If it's his job to get people, it's our job to argue it.
I think it's appropriate. I think 7 or 8. I still think that there are teams above them. I do like that lineup. The problem is Lonzo and Patrick Williams are going to be the only people playing defense. I mean, Zach he's quick, he's athletic. DeMar DeRozan hasn't ever been known as a great defender, and he's getting up there in age. 7 is good, especially for a first-year team with Billy Donovan as the coach. I think 7 is good.
Kobe, I just want to say this one thing. Kobe torched Lonzo both times they played the Bulls last year.
Well, now they're playing with each other.
Balls.
All right. All right. So projected finish for number 6, Philadelphia 76ers. I don't know if they're factoring in that Ben Simmons wasn't going to be there or not, but they got him at 6. That's kind of low for a guy that, Joel Embiid, that was an MVP number 2 finish
Harris
last year. Like Zoe said, the East is, I wouldn't say stacked, but they got, it's a lot of competition in the East.
Yeah, it's a lot of good teams.
Miami.
But Philadelphia at number 6. What you think?
I think they'll finish higher than 6. I don't know who the rest of the list is. You can kind of guess the rest, but I think they'll finish higher than 6. That's
right. I don't know if y'all heard this, but Ben Simmons he actually met with the organization today. So hopefully,
which I don't know whether that is mean playing or what. Regardless of what, they still got enough talent to make the playoffs. It is I don't know why. It's going to be interesting to see whether Ben Simmons does play. I mean, he did, like Cass just said, he met with the team. I don't know whether that's meeting with the team to discuss him staying. But I've been looking at this whole thing as it's been going on, and I just don't know if it's salvageable. At that point, you got people throwing people under the bus. You got, Ben Simmons being who Ben Simmons has always been. And you can say that it's an indictment on him not improving his game, but I just don't know if that relationship is even worth salvaging. As talented as they were, they should have won a ring with the squads that they've had, in my opinion, during the process, because it was the process. Yeah, some things didn't go their way, especially with Markelle Fultz, but they didn't waste time. They didn't try to fix that either. So, they tried to fix it, but they made it worse. But I just don't think
what
that
happened at the meetings, though.
Huh?
What's that?
I can tell you what happened at the meeting.
Tell me what happened.
They told Ben Simmons if he hits a 3-pointer, they'll trade him to wherever he wants to go. He'll practice tomorrow.
Yo, was the process a fail?
If you trusted it, it was. Hey, shout out to Elton Brand, though.
Shout out Elton Brand.
They call it the process.
I don't know if it was a fail. I don't know if it was a fail because you tanked to get superstar talent, man, and they got.
I ain't lie, it was.
They got they got almost a superstar, and they got a superstar in Joel Embiid.
Tatum was in that same draft with Fultz. I still don't know why they drafted Fultz, bro.
Jimmy Butler. I don't know why he didn't.
Wait a minute.
He went to Miami.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but I'm saying
this is all flawed because there's only 5 teams left, and I can think of 6 teams that's supposed to be.
Okay,
there.
well let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
All right, so Atlanta Hawks at number 5 projected finish. Of course, there was a playoff team that made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. No, not Eastern Conference. They almost got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
No, we was in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they lost to Milwaukee.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm thinking Brooklyn got there. All right, so it was Hawks and Bucks. That's pretty good, man, for Trae Young. And who didn't? They didn't even have one of my favorite players. What's my guy from Duke? They didn't even have him most of the time.
Cam Reddish.
Wait, he came toward the end.
Game. Yeah, he came at the end.
And offered the same amount of offense that I offered.
he had one breakout game. He had one game where he looked like, okay, maybe.
Zoe gonna defend.
I mean, he had 22 points after not playing in the season. That's an okay game.
I like Cam Fan.
Oh, of course you do. I know you.
We know you like Dookies.
And that happens to be Cam Fam.
Doesn't matter. Potato. Y'all said the same thing. You know what I mean?
That's who the Pelicans was projected to pick up before we actually did the trade with Atlanta, though.
I would say Atlanta could finish 4.
Ooh.
No, no. The hell with that. They just made the Eastern Conference Finals, and who did they lose? Who did y'all lose, though?
Who did we lose? We lost Tony.
Important pieces.
Important, none. We actually kept everybody. You know, the big thing this offseason was re-signing John Collins, and we did that. So everybody who played with the addiction, DeAndre Hunter didn't play in the Philly series or the Buck series. Cam didn't play in the Philly series, played a little bit in the Buck series. They all coming back. We signed everybody. The only thing we did was we traded, not traded, but we lost. I don't even know who we lost.
So I'm gonna just say this. This is my take. They finished third behind Milwaukee and Brooklyn.
You out your mind. Let me tell you why.
I am like, oh well, that's my take.
I think the only reason I'm here is to provide off-court BS. You think John Collins gonna ball like that after getting paid? You out your mind. He's not. They 2 years away. Miami is gonna be third.
Okay.
They improved this year. Miami,
PJ Tucker.
Skip up 4 guys. And we saw PJ Tucker. They're gonna be the 3rd seed. If Kyrie get the freaking vaccine or not, but they 1 or 2, depending on what Kyrie do.
I'm probably the only person in America who's still not sold on PJ Tucker.
I'm not sold on Miami.
PJ Tucker got a championship.
I'm not too sold on that bubble team.
Pat Riley, bro.
I agree. Pat Riley's great. I just don't think a team that lacked that much shooting.
Eric Spoelstra is great.
And then bring in Shake What Your Mama Gave You, Kyle Lowry in there.
Did y'all see the situation between him and Jimmy Butler? Jimmy Butler shoved his ass.
Well, we can't. So
jumping
back
off
to the Hawks though. Y'all was
yeah. I don't know.
Oh my god!
But I think that's I say 4 or 5. That's what I say.
4 or 5.
I say 4 or 5 is appropriate for him.
I'm standing
now,
up.
he's talking about the Hawks. Now here's a team that I really don't have a lot of faith in, and that's the Boston Celtics. They got Boston Celtics projected to finish 4th in the East. They lose Kemba Walker, they lose Evan Fournier, but they kept Marcus Smart and they signed Dennis Schroeder. I don't know what they're gonna do with Robert Williams at center because they got Al Horford as well. They regressed last year, in my opinion, man. I mean, do you think they can bounce back this season?
Nope, because they still didn't address the 5. They still didn't address the 5.
They got Al Horford.
They still didn't address the 5.
Yeah, okay. Al Horford is not who he once was. Like Al Horford's best year was with the Hawks. He wasn't even a 5 then. He just played exactly Slim when he played with ISO Joe down there in Atlanta. I think that helped. That's when he was at his best. But yeah, I think they regress again. I think this is probably the beginning of the end for that nucleus. Especially once you throw money at Marcus Smart and you got Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum together, and it continues to regress. I mean, only the person that can regress up is Brad Stevens. So I think the team is starting to be distributed.
Look, we would have took Brad Stevens in New Orleans over Stan Van Gundy any day.
Of course,
that's true.
Of course,
that's true.
But that leads to a weird point, though. that leads to a weird point, man. How do you regress as a team, and then your solution is, all right, we're gonna let the head coach jump up to GM, and then you hire a Doko as a first-year coach. I'm rooting for him
because they figured out that Brad Stevens' best gift is personnel. He's really good with providing personnel. But the X's and O's, not his strongest suit.
We thought it was though.
We did. But it was all it was is he had really good personnel.
Yeah.
Where's Charlotte?
What was you about to say, Slim? Charlotte, they got them right outside number 8 at number 9.
Who was number 8? Who's number 8?
Like the Bulls over there.
The Bulls was 7.
Number 8 was New York Knicks.
Hey.
I think
You know
Charlotte.
what?
Man.
Jay,
I told you the Bulls ain't gonna make it, bro.
might not be
Bulls
sounding
gonna be
crazy because Charlotte.
You still got Charlotte.
Miami,
Oh, man.
Milwaukee, Brooklyn.
Right. So at number 3, I disagree with this. The Miami Heat. They pick up Kyle Lowry. They pick up PJ Tucker, who was a big piece of the Milwaukee Bucks and being able to guard KD 1-on-1 and put a lot of body on him to make some of his shots tough. That's going to be good for the Miami Heat, and it kind of fits the Miami Heat. They got them projected to finish 3, man. How y'all feel?
Nah, that's trash.
I can't go. They'll make the playoff too high.
Heck yeah,
Too
too
high.
high.
I think they're probably in the 5 seed. Yeah.
I'm gonna swap them in again. I'm swapping them in Atlanta up.
That don't sound like a bad move.
Wait, what don't sound like a bad move?
What you just did?
I'm just not. It ain't even. Where I stand with Atlanta. That's the squad. But I'm just not. I'd have to see Miami to believe it, because to go from that bubble team that made it to the finals to play how they played last year. Granted, injuries, it happened to everybody.
Jimmy missed like 50 games last year.
And then they still got Oladipo too, don't they?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they just made the trade with Houston, and Oladipo had 2 years on his contract when he got traded.
So he'll be there and he'll be healthy. I don't know. I mean, he hadn't been healthy since the initial injury, so I don't know what he gives them. But I'm just
he get him halftime show and
Miami.
They lost their leading scorer though. They lost Dragic.
Mm-hmm.
Where
he was their lead scorer.
The beige bomber.
Where did he go? Not the Mavs. Did he go to the Mavs? I don't know where he went.
I don't know where he went either. Sound like a Mavs.
You know
that
what?
would be a
I'm
Mavs.
gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it.
But yeah, I'm just not. I would put them around the 5.
Not so
5
okay.
seed.
And then of course we're rapidly. We don't even really have to talk about 2 and 1. Of course, it's going to be
we know who they are.
Brooklyn and Milwaukee. They got Brooklyn 1 and Milwaukee 2. We don't have to talk about that much because we got about 10 to 15 minutes that we can run through this.
Real safe bet. I believe that Charlotte and Washington,
the Raptors,
of the Bulls.
Possibly.
Washington. You know what?
Not Washington. No, not Washington.
Washington is still going to be trash. It probably even got worse. They don't have Russell anymore.
Remember they're doing the play-in this year.
With the Raptors now. Gordon Dragic is
the
with
Raptors.
them.
Okay.
That's what they did. Okay.
So look, the play-in is still a thing.
The play-in is still a thing.
Siakam.
Right. Yeah, look, the play-in is still a thing. So if you got Washington and the Hornets around that 9th or 10th, it's possible they still get their 8 seed with the play-in.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Raptors at 9. I'm gonna put the Raptors at 9 for that play-in.
That's fair. All right, real quick, let's transition, man, and let's go to NFL. And first and foremost, let's talk about John Gruden. He's out as the Raiders head coach. Of course, he said a bunch of inflammatory statements in the email, and some racial, some homophobic, according to them. And he's gone. Interim head coach is promoted, and how do y'all take this whole situation, and how y'all dissect it, man? Go ahead.
Yo, homeboy, after he said the Michelin tires junk, like you gotta just go Google homeboy. The first thing you check out is homeboy's lips. It's like, Lord, he looked like Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z. I was like, boy ain't lying.
So you enjoyed that email. So you enjoyed the email.
No, I just thought that was funny. Yo, it's a joke, bro. Yo, but the funny thing is, I'm gonna go back to what Dave Chappelle said.
Mr. Popo.
Bro.
Y'all Google Mr. Popo. Forget Google. Let a human being look like that. Like that's so dirty, bro. But go ahead, man. My bad,
bro. This goes back to something we was talking about earlier. Even with Kyrie, it's funny how you can be racist and still maintain your job. And I didn't look at that as racist. I just think it was a joke. But as soon as you interject or stomp on the trans community or the gay community, you lose your job. How could a group of mindset individuals have more rights than actual individuals?
You can't be the same person that said what you said about Paul Mooney after saying that.
Yes, I can. I can.
There's no way. I know that's not, but there's no way you can say that and not.
Because he has. No,
I'm sorry, man. There is no way, bro.
First and foremost, I don't know if you noticed this, Slim, but we try when it comes to serious topics not to bring what we talk in our group chat on
that
air.
Is serious. How you not call?
That's what the fuck I just said. We try not to.
That is fucking insane. If you goddamn say Paul Moon is racist and John Gruden's not.
How the fuck? Because the nigga said the nigga lips look like tires? That's racist? Nigga, I like jokes. Nigga, I'll tell you.
It's funny.
Yo, Slim.
Wait.
Paul Moon is a fucking comedian.
Yo, Slim, your bottom lip look like a deflated Pirelli tire.
Wait.
It's funny.
Cass, he do make a good point. You just said you like joke. Hold on, who muted you?
Me.
Everybody's muted. Hold on, who all?
I did that.
Hold on. Oh, my bad.
We on a
he does make a good
timeout.
point. Hey, Cass, he do make a good point. You said you like jokes, and here it is, a comedian that says jokes versus a professional football coach sending emails, and it wasn't a joke, right?
Go ahead,
and that's what he's saying. The difference between a comedian's jokes making him a racist versus someone's emails and they're not the racist, but they're both saying racial things. But
all right,
Wait,
Mel, let me address this while it's on my mind because I have short-term memory loss.
Okay.
I don't know if we can go back to my long gated email since we want to bring the group chat to the podcast. The first thing when I answered you, Mel, I said I haven't listened to Paul Mooney since before my military career. Yes or no? To the people that read it. Yes or no?
Yeah,
did I not do that? Did I also not say my views got skewed with the Hidden Colors video of Paul Mooney?
Right.
Well, if you didn't see it,
I'm not all I said.
Wait, time for it. Slim. Yeah, but you got an attitude towards me, my nigga. Look, when you raise your voice at Slim, I'm not gonna raise. I'm not gonna. All right, I'm not gonna do this up in live air. Look, my thing is, I said, yo, wait on Paul Mooney. I took his Hidden Colors take as saying that black people is the superior race amongst individuals. When a person makes that comment, that makes you look back at the prior things that they said. That goes with anything. If somebody that you always thought had, this guy is kind of sideways. It's human, like it's my human nature. I'm not gonna say it's y'all human nature, but as soon as some real shit come back, that makes me go back and look at all the things this person was saying. Like, was this nigga really talking about me? Oh shit, that was some slick shit this nigga was saying about me. Yo, cuz I gotta see you. And that's me speaking as Kaz being a street nigga. Cause I had situations where niggas said some shit about me and I didn't think nothing of it at the time.
So let me bring it back just a little bit because the 10th N word I heard you say in the last 2 minutes, and I want you to like bring it down a notch, and then let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to the sports and John Gruden. Right?
All right, bro, I'm done.
Let's bring no seriously. Let's bring it back to John Gruden in the sports. I'm with Kaz. We talked about it in the group chat. I don't think when someone says a racial slur that it makes them racist, right? And just like I said, I don't think that someone who says a sexist slur makes them a sexist. And he said both of those things. He and a homophobic slur as well. They don't make you homophobic. Like, I think street slang, people say the F word, or I might call you the B word, right? But it's just something that's in our vocabulary from growing up where we grew up in, and we didn't really understand that we could offend someone from a certain community when we say that. It's just part of our vocabulary, and it's something that we got to get out of our vocabulary, just like the N word is, right? So that but when Kobe Bryant came out and said that word to a referee, they took it as a homophobic slur. So he had to apologize to a whole community who he wasn't even talking to. He was talking to a straight referee that was married to a female. You get what I'm saying? So this is how that works. And in this situation, I think John Gruden, just like Jay said earlier, has a potty mouth, and he was using locker room talk in an email and got caught.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever tell that to DeMore's face?
Here's the thing that I want to say.
Not. Exactly.
Because y'all kind of mentioned comedians. If you go back and watch Chris Rock, Never Scared, he speaks on the use of the F word. And I was in Japan when that came out, so that was probably like 2002, 2003. Go back, make sure you watch that. Here's the thing about John Gruden. Right now, he's the fall guy. He's the fall guy. There is a whole community of people who talk like he talked. He wasn't emailing himself, so there's a whole lot of people who feel the way he felt, and all that, who use that language. So what happened with John Gruden is, let's say everybody owned slaves, and now slavery is illegal. And John Gruden was the last to know that slavery was illegal. So now they're going to lock John Gruden up. All the other slave owners like, look, see, we locked him up. Y'all ain't got to look at us. We good. They're trying to use him to take the light away from their own sins and transgressions. But here's the thing, and I'll say it, I've been famous for saying it. The majority of Europeans over a certain age with a certain power feels and speaks a lot worse than the Gruden emails. And I'll give you a hint, 45.
You don't. He tweeted that. He tweeted.
Yeah, he tweeted. Yeah,
I read my racism
things he said
out front.
Yeah, like you can, if he was tweeting some of those things, you can imagine what he was emailing or DMing Roger Goodell at that time. Let's open up. Let's see everybody emails.
Here's the thing too. Because I like to talk about Stephen A. Smith. This goofball was employed by the same company for years. They know who Potty Mouth John is. So ain't nobody gonna come for the execs at ESPN, which you should.
They did already.
Where?
I want to see everybody emails. Let's be fair. You just like when you deal in a spades hand and you flip my card. Oh no, I need to see everybody's card now. Let's see everybody's emails.
And if you like me, that's why you don't. That's why. Listen, you can send me 100 emails. I'm responding to none of them. I'm gonna pick up the phone and call you. I'm not. You're not gonna put my stuff on paper ever.
Yeah, right.
Ain't gonna get you on no paper trail, huh?
No, y'all can take that paper trail back to Oregon or Europe. Either way, I'm not involved. But
Slim, I'm interested.
He's a potty mouth individual, not necessarily a racist, but he's a piece of shit human, and he's been a piece of shit a long time. He was a piece of shit the first time he was with the Raiders organization as well.
I concur. Slim, I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
That's accurate.
It's funny that it's emails that got it, because You know what I text y'all about earlier? That's how it happened.
Mm.
And now they find the chain of behavior, this same individual from getting emails. Again, I did think that the Morris Smith joke was, that's the first thing I said when it came up there. Like, it's not, I always say it ain't racist if it's true, but I'm joking when I say that. It's still racist. But if this dude was saying this, and that's the one time they called him. Keyshawn Johnson, the only dude that said, hey, he's a shit human being. He ain't said that because he's bad to him. Keyshawn was coming from somewhere where he knew he could not say exactly what. He knew already, but Keyshawn liked that job. Keyshawn knew he was going to be in broadcasting. He couldn't, and then a man come work at ESPN. So he was putting a Stephen A, but on a lower volume, right? So
somebody need to go put a microphone in front of AB.
Who?
Oh, he tried.
Somebody
he tried
need to go
tell
put a
us.
microphone in front of AB.
They call him Crazy Joe.
That man's been right about a lot.
He's been right about a lot of stuff.
He's been right about a lot. Yeah. It's always the crazy ones, man. The ones that they.
Yeah.
I remember. He said, "Yo, the way that man talk, you don't talk to me like that. I'm a man." I remember AB saying that.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, y'all don't know. Y'all think it's just about football. It's certain things you don't say to a man.
I say that. I say Antonio Brown ain't that crazy, bro. To walk away from that type of money on purpose, you ain't nuts.
Exactly.
You're sick.
Yeah.
But you're sick in the right way.
Then it puts in under a new light why he came in and had to get rid of Khalil Mack and Marquette. What's the kicker? The best punter in the world.
He was the best.
Marquette King. Hey, you gotta go. I'm trading you. Now Amari Cooper. Bye. You think about, like, why did he do all that? Was they the type of people that was like, you ain't about to.
Man, listen, he did that because there's no Harlems in Europe. You understand what I'm saying?
David Carr stayed right on side of each other.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
David Carr and him sit they next door neighbors. I bet you David Carr at their house tonight. Talking about
them
N-word lips.
Them. Mm-hmm.
Hey, as a guy with larger than normal lips, I didn't get offended.
Don't ever say you got larger than normal lips and pause that long afterwards.
That's why our female viewers to check them out and agree.
Okay.
You want to offend? I mean, it's yeah. This is all interesting, man. I think we'll leave it there, and we were gonna go. We'll leave it there, man. We had 2 hours, and we're going over our time. So, definitely, I appreciate everybody for calling in, that called in, everybody who commented, everybody who shared the feed, everyone who left a thumbs up. If you didn't leave a thumbs up, do that now. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube page, do that now. And check us out next Tuesday, man. We'll try to get through this thing a little quicker, because we couldn't even
real quick.
Go ahead. Yeah,
y'all got to make sure y'all stop by the Sports Cave 310 on Instagram. Stop, purchase something, all that. And speaking of stop, Kansas City defense can't stop anybody. Go ahead.
and look, I wanted to get the football so bad today, man. But we did horrible on time today.
Yeah, time was horrible today. Time was horrible.
Racism did horrible on time, man. Slow down.
Yeah.
we did horrible on time, man. But anyway, man, the audio version of this will be on all platforms probably tomorrow or Thursday, Friday, whatever. If you want to listen to it, or you can watch the playback on YouTube. I appreciate it one day, man. Shit. Yeah, it'll be there one day, man. All right, peace.
Hey, bro, don't leave.